G'day guys, this is the Staff Sarge with the final mission for Wernicke/Talon to finish off the Steiner lineup. Instead of doing the Mech Works defense, we're attacking them.
The liaison is offering a contract to assault the Callan Mech Works on Talon. This is a high-profile contract. Taking it on will likely blacklist us with the Davians. Whichever way you want to go in this conflict, we're behind you, sir.
Yeah, so this will cut us off from Davion completely, but I mean the amount that they're paying us, it'll be all good. So the avenue attack is actually the same as in defense. That is the original scout. Those hellhounds and stormcrows that came at us in the defense mission, that's our line of attack. So what I'm running in is the Screw Death Perception, the one that I used for the scout mission, but modified slightly. So a few more heat sinks. Actually, change it over to Ferrous Fibrous. Yeah, so even more heat sinks. So I got rid of ECM and the BAP in order to get a bit more ammo and some more heat sinks, so more combat effective. The other new one is another Atlas, the Lyran Air Defense, with all HC5s and also some LRMs and large poles, because why not? And also fairly well armoured. As said with Steiner, it's all assault mechs, all inner sphere chassis. And there isn't actually anything else to add in there. The rest of the mechs are all exactly the same. The ones that were damaged have all been repaired up. All my lance mates are good to go. So without further ado, let's get on to a mission that is much less of a piss-off than scouting.
Paying us to take out the proving grounds where I recon those Templars. We're openly mounting an assault in force. I don't know what each of you think of this war politically, but we have a job to do, and I expect your best out here.
We're all behind you, sir. Where you lead, we follow. Damn straight.
Glad to hear it. Let's take this base down.
There's a security station at Nav Point Alpha. You'll want to take it out first to avoid being flanked once you move onto the base. Expect heavy turret defenses and mech forces.
Engaging forces at Alpha. Looks like turrets and a reinforced recon lance. Easy pickings. Attack your closest target.
Roger.
Alright, things kick off fairly simply, just a couple of mediums.
Air contact! Be ready!
That was
and
fast.
Some fighter bombers.
Maintain air watch, people. The last thing you need is some aerospace hotshot cracking your cockpit on this ice cube.
Roger.
And some Cougars, which are less of an annoyance than you'd think. I mean, you might fast scout mechs is that they're hard to hit, but a Cougar, not so much. I'm glad I brought the Lyran Air Defense, even though 5 AC5s is kind of overkill for those. Oh, was that a... Ah, shit. Thanatos is less of a hassle than it could be because I'm running an assault mech, but even so, those MRMs, I don't know why, they just managed to mess me up, even if I managed to fail completely with them, although those were streakers that I used in Solaris. Irrelevant. I love just straight up brawling, especially with the weight advantage in our favor. But yeah, the Cyclops, as has been stated, is not exactly the best armored thing, so I can't really get stuck in taking any damage, and that's a lot of red coming from the right.
Roger, Spectre.
I'll explain what that is in a sec. So first of all, you take out those scout mechs, and when they're down, knock out the Calliopes by taking out that tower. Done and done. After that, it's evading the stilettos, which are actually fighter bombers. They actually...
Roger, Spectre.
There we go.
Roger 6.
Yeah, they actually dumped napalm rockets. And coming out of fucking nowhere on the right flank, which I didn't really give you a good view of, a hell of a lot of flak panzers. Flak panzers don't show up all that often, but they still do make some cameos, and they're still pretty nasty. A couple of times I've run this mission, I kind of waded into them. Remember Moonlight? Moonlight, when I kind of waded into that full battalion of armor, it ended the same way. Although a little bit earlier because of the fact that flak panzers actually have some range on them. Alright, so Alpha's nice and simple. You hold back, you take out the scouts, you knock out the Calliopes, and then you knock out the armor, and then just clear up the buildings. Then they send in reinforcements in the form of...
engage. Confirm, 1 assault lance.
Davion Manga's rotten hell!
We got a Victor and a couple of catapults, and now that I've pissed them off, I'm going to go evasive because I have bugger all armor on this thing. So Victor's actually a new chasey. I don't think we've seen this one running around before. It's a competent chasey. I don't really know much about it. I don't use them. You don't come across them all that often. Catapults, on the other hand, you come across all the time, and we've already spoken about that one. Now get away, goddammit. There we go. As always, completely paranoid about reactors.
Target destroyed.
Okay, last Victor, and that's the end of the base defenders, pretty much. After that, we just got some...
destroyed.
Now we just have some Calibis to clean up once we get to the factory. And everyone's looking pretty good. Except Angel, who's taking a little bit of damage, but she'll survive.
Close up and form on me.
Roger that. Roger. Roger 6.
So again, exactly the same layout as on the defense one. So we know that there's Calliope turrets.
Nav point beta reached.
Problem is, they actually do put, as we saw during the defense mission, they do put the control unit fairly out of reach. So, okay, that's not a good thing. I'm going to back up and let my Atlases tangle with that guy.
Templars,
You know, the guys with armor.
That makes 2 assault lances on site. Watch yourselves in here.
They just don't give up.
Double up on targets and take
Oh,
them
there's
down
another one.
fast.
We have to destroy the test facilities at nav points Gamma and Delta.
That'll be a lot easier when these assault mechs aren't shooting at us.
If
Come
you're
on,
moving
get
close
stuck
to the
in.
building, some of the stray shots may do part of
There's
the
only
job
2
for us.
Templars there, you can take them down
Good
easy.
thinking, Castle.
I've got to give you some reason to keep me around.
Roger.
Roger that. Roger. Roger, Spectre. Roger.
Okay, make that 3 Templars.
Target destroyed. Targets destroyed.
Take out the designated target.
And also Calibis, which aren't too happy to see us.
Roger.
Lazy out of the way.
Destroyed. Target eliminated. Targets destroyed. Targets destroyed.
This is where
Roger.
focus fire
Roger.
really
Roger.
comes in
Roger,
handy.
Spectre.
I mean, I could tell them all to engage the closest target, but really, I'd want to take out those Templars.
Destroyed.
Target destroyed.
They're pretty
Target
well armored, but their
eliminated.
main
Target
thing is their
destroyed.
heavy
Target
firepower.
destroyed.
Attack your closest target.
Roger. Roger. Copy. Roger, Lee.
Is that the... Oh, that was it, okay. Thought they would have pulled it back a bit further. And so now we can go to
Our
town
facility
on
is
these
destroyed.
factories and... Why does it say there's still Templars around? Might be... There might be some unpiloted Templars, which we gotta go find. No, it should be okay. My guys are still fighting fit, and as long as they can Alpha Strike them. As a Templars, very well armed, not especially well armored, and there's another Vulture.
Roger, Spectre. Roger, Spectre.
Another?
Copy.
Actually, I don't no, we saw a Hellbringer.
Take out the designated
Yeah, it was a Hellbringer
target.
running around.
Copy.
And there's the other Templars. Who's that guy over there? Actually, no, I don't want to destroy that factory because that would make mission over. Which I realized a little bit too
Take
blatantly.
out the designated target.
That could be
Affirmative,
embarrassing.
Spectre. Roger that. Roger that. Roger 6.
So I have next to no armor, so I'm just going to let my
Target
guys
destroyed. Target
try and tangle with
destroyed.
them.
Target destroyed.
Doing
Target taken
concentrated
out.
fire
Take
just
out
to
the
knock them out.
designated target.
Again, Vultures, same as Templars. A lot of firepower, bugger all armor, and now I have bugger all armor, so I'm running. I'm out of Gauss rifle ammo too, so I'm next to useless.
Lead. Roger. Copy. Roger, lead.
Ooh. Actually, I'm not too sure what the difference is between
Target destroyed.
the other
Target
Templars and the
destroyed.
prototype.
Target taken out.
Take out the
I
designated
never bothered
target.
checking.
Roger, lead. Copy. Roger.
We'll need to find out. So what's the regular...
Target destroyed. Target eliminated.
He's moving.
Target destroyed.
Or she's
Target
moving, actually.
destroyed.
Take out
Okay,
the
light
designated
Gauss,
target.
large
Affirmative,
pulse
Spectre.
lasers.
Copy. Roger, Spectre. Roger 6. Target destroyed.
And that's everyone
Target
taken out except for that last guy who's on the other side of a mountain ridge, which means that
Take out the
pathfinding
designated
will
target.
completely
Roger,
derp
Roger
them
that. Copy. Roger
like you would
6.
not believe. AI is improved in mech tech, but it still has issues. And going off on a tangent because I don't really have much else to talk about, people are asking why battle mechs as opposed to regular tanks. I'd like to see a 100-ton demolisher try and climb over these mountains, hills, whatever. Well, I'm from Perth. As far as we're concerned, this classifies as a mountain.
Understood. Roger. Roger that. Roger, Spectre.
Do. I don't think my guys are... There we go, now they're shooting. And she is well distracted. Come on, give me eyes on. There we go. Oh wait, no, that's a bad thing. Clan... Huh. That thing is pretty much loaded out the way that I loaded out this thing. If I wasn't very heavily damaged, it would make it for an interesting duel. But I am heavily damaged, so, you know, fuck that shit. I'm just gonna let the big boys go at it.
Confirmed. Templars are history.
As much as I complained about the...
Target destroyed.
As much as I complained about the AI just then, that was actually a pretty good, oh, what would you call it? I don't know, enfilade fire? No, that's something completely different.
Delta is history.
I got nothing.
Good work, people. That was a tough
But they
fight.
surrounded it.
We've got a ways to go in this war. Let's make sure we stay sharp.
As you expected, sir, the Davion Mercenary Liaison has issued a non-contractable order on us. Looks like we're in it with the Lyrans for the rest of this fight.
I would say nothing of value was
That
lost,
cinches
but
it for us, sir. Davion has blacklisted us from future contracts with his forces. We're riding with Katrina through the rest of this chaos. Things aren't looking good for her on New Avalon. Analysts anticipate her demise within a month. We'll need to proceed with haste.
some people might call it reckless and suicidal, but I mean, just look how much money I got. And all the salvage. Oh, all of that salvage. Oh, we are so well off. Oh, holy crap. New newsfeed. This is great. I'm expecting the Davions to get new newsfeed when we go to that other planet. Okay, formal notice to the Guardians offshoot, that is. We've been blacklisted by the Davions. All mercenary forces allying with Steiner will be blacklisted. Cessation of hostilities. Our case will be reviewed individually. This may become relevant later on, in a fluffy kind of way. And the news thing about Martin going in and destroying them. With a little note that didn't quite make it a news thing, saying that another unit by the same name was previously defending it, but then they decided to bug off to Solaris and dick around. But in the process of dicking around, it admittedly was pretty sweet. So there you go, that's Talon done, that's Stike done, Halaron, Outreach, obviously, Solaris for this playthrough, New Exford. That just leaves Hesperus with Convoy Escort. Now this one, again, Steiner missions I have not done in a hell of a long time, so these ones will be interesting. So a hell of a lot of salvage. Pretty much all of that's going to be sold off. Again, assault mechs. Inner Sphere assault mechs. Which does unfortunately mean no Clanner assault mechs. So anyone who's really wanted me to run a hell of a lot of things like, you know, Blood Asps or, you know, Kodiaks, motherfucking Stone Rhinos, oh, I love those things. That's not going to happen. But Inner Sphere stuff is fair game. And the Davions, again, Clanner is fair game. But I try to run mixed stuff. Alright, so what else can I say? Well, that was the end of Talon, as said many times. All we have left now is the finale of Solaris for the Davions. After that, I'm going to continue with the Davions and do the first mission for them on Hesperus. And then we'll switch over to the Steiners and do their mission and flip-flop for the rest of the campaign, basically. So, that is the end of Talon, and the next video shall be the Grand Championship of Solaris, wherein we will hopefully be kicking everybody's ass up and down the Colosseum. See you guys later. Mech of the mission for Operation is the Cougar Light Combat Omni-Mech, a relatively new chassis developed by Clan Jade Falcon following their defeat against Clan Wolf in the Refusal War. Needing to rebuild their mech forces, the Falcons elected to develop a new Omni-Mech with better combat performance than their current reserves, but they didn't want to have to start from scratch. The end result? They took the Adder, stripped some of its armor and engine, and gave it even more gun. The Prime variant uses a pair of large pulse lasers and LRM racks. giving it less punch than the PPC armed adder, but in a skirmish role, it can dish out greater damage over time. That said, the B version does use the same loadout as the adder, so it's unclear what the Falcons were aiming for. Though given their preference for the Mad Dog and the Hellbringer, one would assume they just want more gun and disregard the rest. Overall, the Cougar is a capable light mech, and was soon in service with several of the clans and later Innisphere forces who captured a large number during Operation Bulldog, and it would continue to see service well into the Blake Jihad.